CDC shakeup, insurers rebel, FDA reviews. The CDC is in an open turbulence, and the fallout now stretches to your wallet. According to the New York Times, former CDC Director Susan Maneras told senators she was fired, quote, for holding the line on scientific integrity, alleging Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. called CDC staff corrupt and accused them of killing children while pressing her to pre-approve vaccine decisions without seeing the data. She warned that short-circuiting evidence puts at risk our children. Meanwhile, after Kennedy replaced all 17 members of the vaccine panel, committee chair Senator Bill Cassidy said if the new panel changes the childhood schedule, Americans, quote, should not trust it. In a remarkable move, the major insurers trade group said they'll keep covering routine shots even if the panel restricts. And separately, the FDA is reviewing reports of COVID vaccine injuries and deaths under pressure from Kennedy and allies, while stressing decisions must rest on evidence. Okay, what's the real message here? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is out of control. There's complete turmoil in the agency he runs. Reputable scientists, reputable doctors are pulling their hair out saying, this guy's crazy. He wants us to take evidence, throw it out in the window, and destroy, possibly kill millions of people across the country and the world because of the decisions he's making. We can't stand it anymore. That's essentially what they're saying. Let's dig a little deeper here. Again, I'm paraphrasing that. That's not their exact quote, but learn to read between the lines. This Kennedy guy, I'm beginning to think that Trump is wondering, is this really what I bargained for? Now, Trump and Kennedy had no real affiliation or connection, but Trump said, you know what? I can get a whole bunch of these Maha moms, this Maha movement constituency to vote for me. They like this guy. I don't care about health. I'm going to keep eating ice cream and chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't care about health. I don't care if people die. If this guy can get me a few votes for the election, fine. I happen to think that is his sentiment. But the one thing Trump doesn't like is when somebody gets more attention than he does, especially if it's negative attention. And it's a rare day Kennedy's not dominating the news with either some decision where mainstream medical experts think this is really jeopardizing the lives of a lot of people, or reports from people who currently work in his organization or have worked for him who are saying, you know, we have to speak out. This guy is a public health menace. And it just gets worse every single day. And some of these senators, these Republican senators who really pushed him, to their credit, said, I want to make sure if I vote to confirm you, and he only got in by one vote, let's not forget. If I vote to confirm you, you're not going to get rid of vaccines, are you? Oh no, Senator, absolutely no problem. And then what does he do? Every single decision is essentially undercutting this nation's commitment to vaccines and healthcare. A lot of those senators, they're afraid to say it because as soon as they do, Trump will attack them and they will face threats to their person on a daily basis, but they'll also face threats in a primary and their funding sources dry up. So you're going to see a lot of cowardice from senators who feel betrayed by this guy. They really felt like, okay, he gave a promise and he broke it, but they're too afraid to say anything.